Lauren LaRosa. So I've been here for a little bit. I've been here for a minute.
Move out the way. Tell her.
Man, this is the Rumor Report.
I think a lot of people will recognize the voice and the name. It's about Tom.
On The Breakfast Club.
Lauren came in hot.
You know,
Didn't she, right?
I came in telling the truth. So before we get into the Elliott Wilson conversation, we do want to take some time and just send some love to Jasmine Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
She let us know that she lost her mom recently on the 22nd over the weekend. Her mom had been battling breast cancer, which they openly talked about. I'm not sure if that, was the reason, but she did post and she said, she doesn't have the words yet. So for now, she'll just say thank you. Rest now, butterfly. Sending her some love.
Absolutely.
Today is Gilly's son's funeral as well too, so sending them some love as well too.
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
sending healing energy to
both
Jasmine Sullivan, sending healing energy to my man Gilly and his family always.
Yes. So let's get into some things. Drake and Elliott Wilson. So, for context, for the people who, may not have been familiar with the back and forth, Elliott Wilson had came out and said that, it didn't look good and he didn't appreciate the fact that Drake does interviews outside of the culture, meaning the hip hop related platforms and things of that nature. This came after Drake did that very viral sit down in the bed interview.
With the TikTok girl.
Yeah, with the TikTok girl.
Which got 5 million views on YouTube. And I disagreed with Elliott when he said that simply because, the last few interviews we've seen Drake done, one was Rap Radar.
One was with Elliott.
That's definitely cultural, Elliott and B-Dot. And one was Lil Yachty. That's definitely cultural. And then you got to remember, he's one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
Right, so it's going to expand beyond hip hop. And it should. I think that people, we shouldn't be boxed that way. But Elliott did say that, he gave credit to the Lil Yachty situation, that interview. But so over the weekend, Rolling Loud happened in Miami, and there were video footage of interviews that Elliott Wilson was doing where, like the stand-up stuff, or you walk up and you're doing the interviews. He was doing an interview with Trippie Redd. And Drake came into the comments of where one of the videos were posted, I think it was on Axe page, and said, "Laugh Out Loud, man." So basically, he talked about me not coming on his platform for a second time, and now Elliott is 10 toes down doing Yes Jules run-up interviews at Rolling Loud with the laughing emojis. Just admit that you've took over Big Dog with more laughing emojis. So it's definitely a shot back at Elliott Wilson.
Well, Elliott gave Drake a jab, and Drake jabbed back.
Yeah.
So Elliott earned that. You can't say what you want about somebody and expect them not to respond.
Yeah. Elliott responded too. And you had something to say before I go into Elliott's response. So Elliott responded. He said, "Oh, it's go time. Cool."
What you gonna do, Elliott? Come on, stop.
You gonna do a diss record?
You gonna do the Drake? Come on.
But
you gonna tweet him to death? Come on, Elliott. Come on.
The thing is, and I do get it. A lot of artists, when they get popular and they start popping, they don't come back to what got them there. The thing with Drake is, you named the last 4 or 5 interviews, and one was Rap Radar, which is our culture.
Lil Yachty.
The one was Yachty, which people could say is our culture.
And then he's also the biggest pop star in the world. So for him to go sit down with this TikTok star,
right?
I was looking on YouTube. It got 5 million views, so it made sense for him to do that. Then he turned around and did On the Radar.
Right, he did On the Radar with Gabe, right?
So
that's our culture.
That's definitely culture. It's a freestyle.
Absolutely, and he releases a lot of his own stuff on his own network on Sirius. He has his own where he releases his own music. So,
and trust me, I don't want to agree with Drake.
I know you don't.
I would rather.
I don't want to see light on light crime either, man.
Light on light crime.
I don't want to see that either.
But I will say too, though, there is something Drake said where there is some truth to it.
What's that?
And it's the harsh reality that everybody is going to have to accept. It don't matter if you're a media personality. It don't matter if you're a rapper or whatever. Sometimes you do grow out of things.
Correct. Absolutely.
It's really that simple. Sometimes you do grow out of things. There's plenty of things I'm sure you get asked to do and I get asked to do, and I'd be like, no, go call Nyla.
So wait.
You know what I'm saying?
But wait,
or go
because
call Gabe or somebody.
To me, and I feel like I'm youth, Elliott Wilson is still I watch his interviews and stuff, so are you saying it to say he's washed?
No. I think, doing interviews and having conversations is one thing. Running up on artists at Rolling Loud, that isn't something I want to see Elliott Wilson doing. For Elliott Wilson to be the world-renowned journalist that he is, I don't want to see him doing that. For me, that's a young person's gig right there. To me, my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and I love Elliott. Shout out to my Virgo brother. But my problem is Elliott has done, in my opinion, this is my opinion, he's done interviews with Hov.
That's right.
He's done interviews with Nipsey Hussle. He's done sit-downs with, so many different people. So I look at him a lot differently, And I've been asked to go to the Rolling Loud. I turned it down. I like the BET Awards because I put on the tux. I put on the suit. It's a little different.
you're working
It's
the red carpet.
And I'm working the red carpet. It's just a little different. But Elliott,
You ain't hustling. That's hustling. When you backstage and rolling loud with the microphone, you looking to see who you can get. That's stuff we were doing when we was in our 20s when we first started.
So
Right.
the interview was ushered over to him though. Like they brought him over. Like, hey, you're gonna go talk to Elliott Wilson. Does that
If he
change the
had his
dynamic?
own Rap Radar platform there at Rolling Loud, and there was a Rap Radar set up for Elliott Wilson and B-Dot, and they were bringing artists to him to have conversations, totally different.
he deserves that.
Totally
Absolutely.
different,
100%, I agree.
Totally
Absolutely.
different ball game.
Your
All right.
Virgo brother.
That's it.
That was very light skinned.
Nah, that's my Virgo brother. It's my light skinned
I'm
Virgo
here
brother.
to- It's okay.
I don't like none of it though. I don't like.
Y'all found the Elliott laugh?
I don't like none of it. I don't like Elliott. I don't like when I saw Lil Baby and what's the young brother's name? I can't remember the other rapper name. They were having a conversation. They asked
Rilo.
him- Is that his name?
I think it was Rilo, yeah.
And they were having conversations about who their favorite hip hop media personality is, and the brother said Sway, and then Elliott was like, he took that personal. Why? Why would you take that personal? That's Sway. Sway.
It's a
We all
legend,
stand on
icon.
Sway's
Can I
shoulders.
put something out there
Absolutely.
though?
Yes.
I feel like one of the things we don't do a good job of, and this is me coming from like a different, I'm younger than you guys, is like when people do get to a point where they should be iconic, legendary status, and they should be able to live in that. A lot of times, like we don't big them up. Like we're left, like even with Drake, this is going so viral because he's laughing at him, and obviously, maybe it's hitting a bone for Elliott. Like he's been the guy for so long. Like that transition is not easy. We talked about this a little bit. Men and y'all egos, it's a little bit different for y'all. Y'all handle things so differently when it comes to aging and aging
Not
out.
me.
But I will say this with Elliott. Elliott's an icon and a legend from the days of
In his
Source to
field,
Double XL
for sure.
to Rap Radar to what he's created. So they can't take that away. And there are legends that we do salute. Like we salute Sway.
And
Like,
that's
Sway.
why I didn't like the jab at Sway, because I'm like,
We salute Sway.
It's two people to me in this hip hop media space that nobody can ever say anything about, and that is Angie Martinez
And Sway.
You
Absolutely.
can't throw rocks that they throwing in no way, shape, or form. They've done things that none of us will even be able to ever do.
Sit down with people that we've never.
Biggie, Pac. You know what I'm saying? Sway was in the White House with his hat on.
What was you gonna say?
Talking
You
to
didn't even know
Barack
what it was
Obama.
called.
And I don't know what that is on his head still. But still, he was in the White House talking to Barack with his hat on. Like, there's certain people you just don't even bother.
I
Sway
agree.
interviewed Jay and Nas after the feud.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
certain things that him and Angie Martinez have done that solidified them forever. Nobody can throw rocks that they thrown.
One
in
time,
any way,
Sway
shape, or
was
form.
the only person on MTV giving us black
Come on,
news.
man. Sway
Think
was a
about it.
cartoon character on the Boondocks.
That's right.
Sway was an actual character on the Boondocks. He was in an episode.
So,
Come on, don't play with Sway.
we've been
man.
doing more-
Don't play with Sway and Angie Martinez. I don't want nobody playing with their names ever.
All right.
When
right.
Drake say "stay off they top," I don't know what he be saying.
That's
stay
the stay
off
off their
they
head.
top.
Stay off their head. That's like
Compare-
head, top, head.
What do you say?
Stay off their head, like to top,
Yes,
like.
leave Sway and Angie Martinez alone.
There
that,
you go.
That combination, you leave those two alone.
Lord of mercy. What accent is that though?
Whatever Drake was doing in that game, that on the radar freestyle.
All right. Now,
gonna move forward.
Combination.
that was your rumor report. When we come back, let's get to the mix. All right. Happy birthday, J-Lo. We're going to start the mix off with some J-Lo. BX, what up? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.